Hi everybody, today is March 24th, 2014. Egypt sentences 229 to death, including reporters. An Egyptian court sentenced 529 supporters of deposed Islamic President Mohamed Morsi to death on Monday, after just 2 hearings in the largest mass death sentencing in the country's modern history. The shock verdict by the court in the southern province of Minya, which is subject to appeal, came amid a sweeping crackdown on Morsi's supporters since his overthrow by the army last July. Washington said it was deeply concerned by the death sentences, questioning the fairness of the proceedings against so many defendants lasting just 2 days. But Egypt's army-installed interim government defended the court's handling of the case, insisting that the sentences had been handed down only after careful study and were subject to appeal. The defendants who were sentenced to death are part of a larger group of more than 1,200 alleged Islamists accused of killing 2 police officers in rioting on August 14th, after police killed hundreds of protesters while dispersing 2 Cairo protest camps. Of the 529, only 115 are in custody. The rest were tried in their absence and have the right to a retrial if they turn themselves in. Another 17 defendants were acquitted. The judgment can be appealed at the Court of Cassation, which would probably order a new trial or reduce the sentences, legal expert Gamal Eid said. This sentencing is a catastrophe and a travesty and a scandal that will affect Egypt for many years, said Eid, who heads the Arabic Network for Human Rights Information. Speed of trial criticized. Washington questioned how the court could have given the defendants a fair hearing in a trial that spanned just 2 days. An open session on Saturday and Monday's sentencing. While appeals are possible, it simply does not seem possible that a fair review of evidence and testimony consistent with international standards could be accomplished with over 529 defendants after a 2-day trial. Defense counsel Mohammed Toussaint charged that the judge had rushed to sentencing on Monday after being angered by a lawyer's request for his refusal at Saturday's opening hearing. He got very angry and adjourned the trial for sentencing, Toussaint said. It's a huge violation of the defendant's rights. The Foreign Ministry defended the court's handling of the trial, saying that the sentence had been issued by an independent court after careful study of the cases. It said the Egyptian judiciary was entirely independent and is not influenced in any way by the executive branch of the government. Amnesty International said it was the largest single batch of simultaneous death sentences we've seen in recent years, not just in Egypt but anywhere in the world, and called for it to be quashed. A second group of about 700 defendants, including Mohammed Badi, the supreme guide of Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood movement, is due in dock on Tuesday. The Muslim Brotherhood said the death sentences were yet another indication that the corrupt judiciary is being used by the coup commanders to suppress the Egyptian revolution and install a brutal regime. At least 1,400 people have been killed in the crackdown on Morsi supporters and thousands more arrested, according to Amnesty International. Morsi himself is currently on trial in 3 different cases. The army removed Egypt's first freely elected president after a single year in power following mass protests demanding his resignation. Baseless charges. The ensuing crackdown has also targeted prominent activists of the 2011 uprising against veteran President Hosni Mubarak, as well as journalists. A group of journalists working for Al Jazeera Television was back in court on Monday for the 3rd hearing in their trial on charges of spreading false news and aiding the blacklisted Muslim Brotherhood. Award-winning Australian reporter Peter Greste told reporters from the Cage doc that he and his colleagues were being held on baseless charges. We haven't seen any evidence in the court that possibly justifies the charges or our imprisonment, said Greste. We spent 3 months in prison based on baseless charges. Journalists around the world have held protests demanding the reporter's release, with the United Nations and the United States also voicing their support. Egypt's interim president, Adli Morser, has pledged to work towards a speedy resolution of the cases. Yes, it's very dangerous sometimes for journalists to bring people the truth of what's going on in the world. Put your comments down below, bookmark my site, I'll keep you up to date. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.